Hey there, and welcome to the Humanista Co-Site Spotlight Series. I'm Daniela West, artist, designer, coach, and founder of the Humanista Co-Creative, where we transform spiritual brands into spiritual magnets to amplify your purpose, impact, and abundance. Today, I'm going to be showing off one of my amazing website template customers to give you a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to DIY your own brand and website using a template from my astrology-inspired Squarespace Goddess collection. So I'd love to introduce Bethany Anderson, an intuitive healer, spiritual leader, and teacher. Bethany, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm so excited to just be here with you and to just share all of the magic that you have created and it just made my life so much easier in more ways than you
Oh,
could imagine.
oh, that's so sweet. I'm so excited to have you here. I've seen your website and we're going to be showing, a whole nice in-depth look at the incredible website that you've created from one of these templates. So I'm really excited to hear more about you, more about your experience. So how about we start with introducing yourself, letting the audience know more about you and your work?
Yeah, so I started my business a little over 4 years ago, and I'm in the amazing world of intuitive healing and spiritual mentorship. And so when I started my business, obviously the first thing I wanted to do was to create a website. And I had no idea what I was stepping into with creating a website. And I was working on it like 12, 14 hours a day sometimes.
Wow.
It was such a learning curve for me. But I just love figuring things out and learning about just like random coding stuff. And it just got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm not here to create a website or design a website. Like I'm here to serve my community and I don't have the capacity or bandwidth to do this. And mind you, before I even found you, I had already redone my website like three different times. Because
3 times.
it
Oh my
just
God.
you evolve, you grow, things
Yeah.
change, and you're just like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
I want to
definitely.
change this.
Hmm.
But I think it was last year, I was just like, you know what? I'm ready to just invest in something that's made for me, that feels aligned, where I don't have to keep investing all of this time. And it's taking away from my business and my ability to serve others in the way that I want to.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't think I told you this, but I actually, so I am the researcher. I need to like
Oh,
do a deep dive in everything before I invest in anything. And I probably looked at least maybe 60 templates or websites or
what?
designers before I landed on you.
60? No, I did not know that. Wow.
Yes, yes. This is a
Wow.
big deal, you know? It's like this is what you're showing to the world. This is in all essence you.
Hmm.
And when I found your site, I was just like, this is it. This is everything that I could have asked for in one place. So I'm so
Yeah.
happy that I found you.
Oh, wow. That's so amazing to hear. No, really. It's so nice to hear that it sounds like it just instantly resonated with you, maybe on a, I don't know, maybe an energetic level more so. Um,
Absolutely. I also just love astrology, so I love
yes.
and I could really see how like the archetype, the personality of the different signs like expressed itself within your design. And it was so just
Mm.
natural and flowy and fluid. It just made sense. So,
Oh, that's super nice to hear. Oh man. And honestly, I was so amazed once you finished your website and we got connected more and more to learn, is it your sun sign? Your sun is in Cancer?
yes. So, Cancer Sun, Virgo rising, Aquarius moon. So,
Uh, and I was
yeah.
so amazed because you picked the template from my collection that was inspired by the sign of Cancer. And I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
"Oh." I was like, yes, it's working.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. It's like, actually, like the sun, the identity, the self, like, yes, just yes.
Ah, yeah. I thought that was such a cool alignment to discover that. So I guess, well, I had a few more questions to ask, but you already answered like half of them, which, which is great. You basically read my mind. It's like you're intuitive psychic or
It's
something.
wild. It's like I do this for a living.
I know, right? Imagine. Uh, I guess something I would love to hear about is with your template experience, what would you say that you enjoyed the most in terms of the DIY process itself?
Yeah, I would say I was very pleasantly surprised with everything that was already included. Like
Mm.
like the stock photos, the wording, which obviously you tweak it to yourself, but to have just like a visual idea of like, oh, okay, I placed this here, was so helpful and it saved me so much time. I can't even imagine how long creating a site like this would have taken me. And just to have like the helpful videos of like this is where you can set up here and this is where you can place these things and like you can choose your fonts and keep it in this area here. Like it's all
Mhm.
so organized and detailed and instructive where it just made the whole process of creating this so much easier and more enjoyable too.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Are you the videos you talking about the online course that's
Yep.
included? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
good. I'm so glad you found that helpful, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, just makes me so happy. It really does.
Yes. Yes. I love it
Uh,
so much.
I'm just curious, how long, I mean, just rough estimate, how long do you think it took you I guess, customize and launch your own site from the template?
I think it took me like 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Um,
That's fast.
Mind you, I also had the copy from my all of my other 15 pages. So,
Yeah.
so it was a
That
lot
helps.
easier to shift everything over when I had already written out the copy for everything. I'm also a projector in human design, so basically I just don't know when to stop. So I can have a lot, but I would say even if I didn't have copy and I wasn't a projector who just knows how to go, 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 it would probably take me maybe like a week, maybe two at the most.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would think so.
Quick.
Yeah.
Well, that's a quick process. I'm glad to hear it. Really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. Um, I would love to hear a little bit more about the impact also, the impact, kind of the aftermath of launching the website. Do you have any maybe post-launch wins, any feedback you got, anything that you'd love to share?
Absolutely. I remember the day I launched. And
Hmm.
to this day, the second anyone goes to my page, they'll like reach out to me and be like, your page is so beautiful. I just love
Oh.
your page so much. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. They're like, did you do this? And I'm like, no. Well, I absolutely did not do this, but the feedback that I get from so many like new clients and just people that come to my page, they're always just like, your page is so beautiful. Like it just
Oh.
feels so welcoming and inviting. And like I chose you because of your page and like how you delivered
Mm.
everything. And so which is really interesting. You would think like no one would ever tell you that, just
Mm.
details about like, oh, I just love your page. I love this and that, but people just freely share that. And I think that really speaks to what you've created.
That's so sweet. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm hearing people like genuinely love to just be in your website and hang out there,
Exactly.
which
Yeah.
is so nice. So it's like this inviting digital home, basically.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. Full
Mm.
cancer.
Cancer.
Cancer
Yeah.
energy.
Oh yeah, yeah. The home, the sanctuary, the safe space. It's
Yeah.
got it all. I love it.
Yes.
Did you notice any type of, let's say the website you had before and now at this time since launch, have you noticed any increase in the amount of clients that have come through or website traffic or anything noticeable?
Yeah. Yeah, metrics wise, I would say definitely with just like the number of people that come to my site, but especially with like staying on my page and going through
Mm,
all the different pages. It's kind of like a little adventure that I've created with just different
yeah.
things that you can look at and explore. And I think that that's a really cool thing to see with just yeah, the amount of time that they're spending on my site compared to before. And
Mhm.
also it allows like my pricing to be reflected because the design is so elevated. And so
Mm.
that feels really good too.
Yes, that is such a great thing that I hadn't considered until right now. But yeah, having this more premium look and feel, and I've heard this from other customers as well. After launching, they felt more confident, at least
Yeah.
to increase their pricing. And I mean, have you ever received any pushback on the pricing, or are people
No.
happy to pay?
Mm. Yeah, no. I also am like a firm believer that those that find me and that work with me are the ones that I meant to work with. So,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
no, I've never had any issues or yeah.
Mhm.
And
Amazing.
I think it's definitely like the packaging just ties it all together, you know.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Premium website, premium prices, premium clients. I love
You
it.
know?
That's what
I
we're
love that.
striving for.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to dive into the website. I want to scroll through all the goods and show it off. I
Yes.
think before we dive into it, do you have any advice, for any of our fellow entrepreneurs out there that are maybe earlier on in their journey, or they're just really struggling with getting their website how they want it? Do you have any advice you'd want to leave them with?
Absolutely. I feel like, obviously when you're first starting your business, it is a lot of do it yourself, right? But once you get into a space where you feel confident and ready to like take that next step with investing into your site, I think it's honestly one of the most important pieces.
Mm.
It saves you so much time, and I truly see this as something where I don't have to change it again in a way, it's like I can
Yeah.
always like adjust it and update it and tailor it to where I'm at in the area of my life and in the levels of my business. And it's something that just takes a lot of the pressure and distraction away from what you're really trying to do, which is to be there for your clients and your customers, right? And it's like this
Mhm.
is one less thing that I have to worry about or that I have to think about.
Mhm.
And just having those templates, it's such a game changer, and it really does save time. It saves so much time, and time is just all that we have to work with,
Mhm.
right? And so
Oh
it's like,
yeah.
how can I invest into myself, into my business, and give myself back the time that I want to have for everything else that I have in my life instead of always having to figure out how to change this code or this picture or this wording or this format. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's worth for me, it's worth it. And I think it's completely worth the time and the investment to getting a template of yours, honestly. It's
Mm.
been such a game changer. And it always just makes you feel like so good when you hear that your clients love it and people that come to your site are like, I chose you because of your page.
Hmm.
It's just like
Yeah.
yeah, I love it.
Oh, I love it. Oh, makes me so happy.
I know you love it. I see you love what you do. It
Oh,
shows.
oh, that's really nice to hear. Yeah, I mean, and it's really my goal to help other entrepreneurs just take all the guesswork, out of building the website. I've had people who told me that it took them a year or more to really try and
Yeah.
DIY and launch it. So I had someone tell me it took her up, I think, 2 years.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I'm like, imagine what you could have been doing, if you didn't have to focus on doing that website all by yourself. Just imagine how much you could be
It's so
building
true.
up your
Yes,
client. Yeah.
exactly.
So that's awesome, Bethany. Well, I am super excited to dive into this website. We have Bethany's beautiful, gorgeous website here. So she used the vessel template, which was inspired by all the water signs in astrology, but especially the Cancer energy, to give it like a very welcoming, inviting feeling. It really has this kind of sanctuary, safe space vibe. So just to kind of scroll through it and show it off a bit more. Like, I mean, everything here is just so on point from a designer perspective. Like the brand photos, they're so cohesive. I love just the elements of nature. I love the colors that you picked because everything is tied together so beautifully. Um, I love this message that you have right here. Yeah, it really just pulls you in, immediately pulls you in
Yeah.
to give people a really good sense right away of what you do, as an intuitive guide. Um, I love the imagery, honestly.
Yeah,
And
and I don't know how you
then,
found all those perfect photos, but they were just so aligned with everything that I already had anyways, so that was so nice.
that's so good to hear. Oh yeah, the stock
Yeah.
photos, yeah, the demo photos. Well, that's
Hmm.
really good to hear. Um, just love the photos. So we have what you do, what you believe, just to give people a really good sense of who you are right away, so they don't have to even go to any other page. It's kind of just
Hmm.
like this is the initial shop front. So people right away get a good sense of your vibe and what the experience could be working with you.
Hmm.
And we've got your offerings, so they're just really beautifully displayed. I mean, there's the biggest thing for me as I design websites and templates is just eliminate confusion, right? We just want a very clear journey of who you are, what you offer, what are the next steps someone can take. Um, Elixir, I love the name Elixir.
Ah, thank you. That's my new baby.
Your new baby. Yeah, I
It's
want I
my
want to
new
jump
program.
I want to jump into that and hear a little bit more about that too. And I love how you displayed the calendar here. That's such a good idea.
Yes, yes, that was something I recently added to it because I'm like, even if people aren't a part of my newsletter yet or have social media, it's all
Hmm.
there. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just clear and simple visually, to see right away how people can get connected with you, hook up with your work,
Mhm.
and I just love it. I love the testimonials on point. Really beautiful client experiences here. I just love it. I love the the movement of the backgrounds to give you that water
Yeah, I
feel.
love that.
Yeah, that's a really cool effect. Let's check out your about page. Let's see what that looks like. Even your Instagram feed down at the bottom there, so stunning, so cohesive, so luxurious. I love that.
That has been a work in progress as well, but it's finally it's all come together. And it's so funny. It really does align perfectly with the aesthetic of my website too.
Yeah, I love that. It
Yeah.
does. It really does. So your about page. I just really love the kind of the editorial feel, almost like we're kind of scrolling through a magazine here. It's so luxurious. Ugh,
Yeah.
we've got your mission statement here, which is so beautiful. And yeah, I just love to help. I just love to design in a way that people are really getting a sense of who you are without having to scroll through like a novel of text,
Yeah.
which
Yes, which I'm very prone to do. I am a Mercury rule chart. It's been very it's been a journey to learn how to bring it down into a concise way. And yes, your website was so helpful to help me do that.
that's so good. That's so good. Yeah, just having like more simple text sections where it's just the most relevant pieces of information, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the quick facts, I like the quick facts section a lot. Um,
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
Trader
do
Joe's
too.
movie theater popcorn. Yes, I love Trader Joe's.
It's the absolute best. It's a problem.
Oh, I love it. And see, when people read quick facts like this, they'll instantly find things they can relate with. And
Exactly.
and I love that. Like we're both splenic projectors. I noticed that right away. Uh,
Yeah.
so it's just those little pieces that help, your audience and potential clients connect with you much quicker. Um,
Yes,
without even having to, speak with you at all. They already get such a good sense of who you are from this. Um,
absolutely.
love it, love it,
And
love
you're
it.
also showing me that I need to fix that button on my page, so thanks.
Oh, oh, I didn't notice. I didn't notice.
Oh
Oh, and then beautiful testimonials here. I love it, love it, love it. Work with me buttons to always lead people to the journey of working with you as the number one goal for most, at least most service provider websites. We've got your story down here. I love a story section just to really, you're from Arizona? I did not know that.
I was just born there. I grew up in Southern California, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I used to
Yeah,
live
this was
yeah,
used to live where?
in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that's where I was born.
How funny. Oh my God, that's
Um,
funny. Oh
yeah.
yeah. But tell us about this section.
Yeah, I actually love this section the most, obviously, because I got to use as many words as I wanted.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, okay, if you scrolled down this far on my About Me like page, I
Yeah.
can put the story, and so
Yeah,
it's nice to have that space too.
definitely. Yeah, it's such a good space for people who are really like diving in deeper to get to know you. And,
Hmm.
by the end of here, they get the chance to book a private session with you. And probably by this point, they're sold. They're like, let me
This
get
is
that.
usually where they do book their private sessions from, is like, oh, I
Mm,
read your bio and like
mhm.
this really resonated. Hmm.
Perfect. Well, that's really good feedback too, that it's working.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
working. That's great. Let's check out your services page too. I don't know if my computer is slow or what. That's probably just the screen share.
Yeah, it is usually.
Okay. Boo. Okay, services page. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, we've got that background with the fluid movement. That's super cool. Just adds a lot of beautiful dimension and visual interest. Um, I think having a lot of visual interest is another thing that really keeps people staying on the page, having kind of like a
Hmm.
sensory, almost tactile experience. I think it really draws people more into your world.
Yeah,
We've got
absolutely.
my
I'm all
approach,
about
tangible.
texture and layers.
Yes, me too. Me too. That must be why we've aligned so much. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just scrolling through it. I'm like, it's just so crystal clear. It's so clear, like who you are, what you do, what you offer. I
Hmm.
mean, there's just keywords that really stand out to me that can work really well to draw in your ideal clients who will also resonate with certain vocabulary. Um,
Yes, yes.
so I think that's really cool. So your private sessions, live and online journeys, and everything is just so cohesive. All the colors, all the imagery, it's the whole like sanctuary community healing vibe. It's all here. It's beautiful. So we got your testimonials again. Do you want to talk a bit more about Elixir while we're here?
Yes, so this is really interesting
Okay, should we
because, as
dive
you
in?
know, I've made multiple websites and therefore multiple sales pages. And two things. This is the
Mhm.
first sales page that I've done where I'm actually like, you know what? Heck yeah.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
this. And it's so funny because right after I finished this, you launched your sales pages, and I was like, that would have saved me so much time.
Oh, oh, Oh
Oh
no.
no, it's like bookmarked because I'm like, okay, the next, iteration or whatever major program that I have, definitely
Mhm.
using that. But what
Oh,
was really
perfect.
cool was even though I wasn't able or the timing just didn't require for me to have the sales page that you just designed, I still
Mhm.
was able to pull sections from all of my other pages to create this sales page. So
Oh,
it's still
perfect.
like its own beautiful personality, but it still aligns with the rest of my website. So,
Mhm.
which is really nice because I was still able to just like plug and play everything, and
Mm.
create this beautiful baby. Um,
Mm.
which I feel like, it's just like a mixture of the two of us.
Yeah, co-creation,
Uh, you
definitely.
know, um,
Beautiful.
yeah, so this is my new program that starts next month on April 30th. It's like an 8-week program.
Okay.
And it's all online and it's live, and it's just so many beautiful tailored
Mhm.
pieces with helping individuals work through embracing these different realms of ourselves when it comes to confidence and connecting to your abundance and just
Mm.
connecting with your higher self, your inner wisdom. And
Mhm.
so, using your designs to just emulate this really powerful experience was so cool because it does have a completely different vibe than any other of my pages. Um,
Mm.
and it's still cohesive. So I don't know how you did that, but the fact that I can just use different parts from different pages and it still comes together like this is so cool.
Ah, I'm so glad to hear that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, because all the templates have a section library, which is a really cool feature of Squarespace. So with section library, you can favorite any section anywhere on the site, adds it to your library, then you can insert it anywhere else in the site super quickly. So that's sounds like that's what you did. You grab
That's
them from your
exactly what I
library.
did.
Yeah. And then you customize them for this page.
Yeah, you can tell here. It's like my about me, which is a lot shorter and briefer because it's a sales page, but this was
Mhm.
the section from the about me on my other page.
Hmm. I love it. Well, you did a great job, honestly. You did a really great job with your sales page.
Ah,
Um,
that means so much coming from you.
oh no, yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely did. Like, I'm impressed. I'm like, wow. Because a sales page is tricky. I mean, it is usually the longest page in a website, right?
Yeah, it's brutal. It is brutal.
How long would you say the sales page took you to DIY?
The sales page took me a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And even with having made multiple sales pages before, because I was just like, no, this needs to be different completely. So it was kind of starting from scratch again. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. This was definitely like one that I've invested the most time into.
Hmm. Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, this is really the bread and butter of, your paid programs. And so, yes, it's most likely going to be the most robust in terms of information you need to add and, making sure it's designed in a way that constantly leads people to actually enrolling in the program. A lot of
Mhm.
strategy goes into that. But no, you did a really amazing job. I love it. I love it. Love it. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh gosh.
We are aligned.
Definitely, definitely we are. Okay, so we were scrolling through your sales page that you DIY'd yourself and did such an amazing job with, honestly. Really, really beautiful page. Um, and we thought it would be fun to do a little compare and contrast so people could see, what a DIY sales page looks like. And then I have launched a new collection specifically of just sales page templates that somebody could buy as a standalone website, like a landing page, or they can buy it as an add-on with the rest of my template collection. And yeah, as you said before, I launched this after you'd already made your own sales page. Um, but yeah, we thought it would be fun to do a little compare and contrast. And maybe, Bethany, maybe you could just kind of walk us through on your end what
Hmm.
was involved in creating your sales page, like gathering the content, understanding how to structure it, what to write on it. What did that kind of look like for you?
Um, a lot of studying other people's pages to understand how sales page flows work. You
Hmm.
know, creating my own sales page, I didn't realize the human psychology that
Mm-hmm.
is really connected to it. You know, there are certain areas for certain things that you need to deliver and that you need to share. And this is a other perfect example of how sales pages need to be direct and concise and clear, you know, because
Hmm.
this is what people are seeing and investing time in to see if this is a good fit for them and whether you hop on sales calls after or not, especially if you don't, I don't, you know, this is where it all has to be. And so it's really important to have that like cohesiveness and simplicity, but still getting all the points across. And this is a perfect
Hmm.
example of when I was sharing about when I was creating my page, the fact that
Hmm.
you had already like put in like wording of like this is where this goes, this is what you would explain here, this is what you can put here. It's so helpful, especially if you don't
Hmm.
have experience creating a website or a sales page, because it's like it takes out the guesswork.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that. That definitely was my goal, just to clearly lay out all the main sections that go in an effective sales page, make it clear and concise, constantly the lead the website visitor on that journey that's going to take them from the know, like, and trust factor so that as they're scrolling through each section, they're gaining more and more awareness of what's included in this program, questions, any objections are already being answered by the different sections, by the in-depth content, what's included in the program, any bonuses. There's a lot of good signature programs, they throw in some bonuses just to sweeten the deal. And then having a very clear ready to join section where you can add, pay in full, have your payment plan options as well, extended payment plan if that's something you make available, and then towards the end, for people that still aren't convinced, who is this for? Just for people that really need extra reassurance. These final sections are for what we call on the fencers, that still need a little bit more convincing if this is, designed for them or not. Extra testimonials towards the end, more FAQs. I mean, it really covers everything. And then having that final kind of wow factor section at the end just to kind of tie it all together, bring them home, encourage them to enroll, takes them directly into the payment section again. So, yeah, that's basically what a sales page template looks like.
Yeah. It's a
And
whole
there,
lot. It's honestly, I feel like the sales page could be more challenging to create than the rest of my page. I feel like it was, you know, there is so much behind it that, you know, we don't think about
oh,
when it comes to the journey of our clients and our potential clients and customers. So I'm
yeah.
so excited for those. And I think they're all so beautiful and I can't wait for to use them in the future, definitely.
Aw, that's awesome. Yeah, so glad to hear that. Well, they are they are around, they are available for sale on my website. But yeah, I mean, it's so fun just scrolling through your gorgeous website. It really, I'm trying to think of the words because it just leaves me speechless, honestly. It's so beautiful. It truly is. And it, for me, even before I, got to connect with you more through Zoom and get to know you better, even just scrolling through it, I was like, I want to meet this girl. Like, I can tell this is my kind of people. And
Yeah.
that's exactly the effect I would imagine it has on your potential clients too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy I found you through that C. of exploring all of the different designers and templates. My goodness. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so happy. You were like the one of the last ones, and my brain was so
Wow.
racked, and I was just like, like gold. I was like, I knew
Wow.
I'd find it.
I'm so glad you didn't give up. You did not give
Yeah.
up your search. It's important. It's important never to
Yeah.
settle. Never to settle, Bethany.
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's so important not to settle. And I'm so happy that I didn't. And it's been worth every single penny that I've put in. I would do it
Oh
again in a heartbeat.
oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I really appreciate you. Oh,
Yes.
so much fun. Well, thank you. Thank you. And I guess this is it for now, but I'm so
For
grateful for
now.
now. Yeah. Yes. Who knows what the future will bring. But yeah, and thanks for everybody who's been watching and tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you found this video helpful. If you'd like to take your brand to the next level, check out my brand coaching services, as well as astrology-inspired collection of high-end, high-vibe Squarespace website templates, designed especially for spiritual entrepreneurs to help you create a premium level brand at a fraction of the cost. And exclusive for our YouTube viewers, save 10% at checkout when you use the code YouTube10. All links are in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video.